Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel Dami 3D, and today I'll be taking you through how I create this scene, and majorly we'll be dealing with editing our fabrics. Today we'll be dealing with editing our rug, and for the light setting I'm using for this scene, you can check my previous tutorials that I've done about lighting and camera. So today again I'll be dropping the link to the preset I'll be using on my bio, and also for those that are using Lumion 10 and a lower version of Lumion that cannot import the template, today I will actually show you how you can input those figures and get these settings. So as you can see, this is my Lumion scene. You can see how detailed my rug is. You can see how detailed this chair is. So I'll be taking you through how I was able to do this. So first of all, I click on this material. So after clicking the material, so let me try and make this material look default. Okay, fine. So you go to interior and you come under fabric, then this page 2, this error motion fabric 002, that's what I'm using. I really like this because it has nice bumps. You can see it has nice displacement which we can manipulate to what we need. So this displacement I think is perfect for this chair fabric. So what I'll be doing now is we have to change the diffuse map. Yeah, so let me show you how you can change this your map. So if you like the fabric you have on your SketchUp material and you want to bring it to Lumion, this is how you do it. Let me just go to my SketchUp. So for instance, I like this material and that's the material I will be using in my Lumion. So let me teach you guys how you can extract this material. So what you do is you go to your bucket tool, then you go to the picker, then you pick. So that's the material of the fabric. So you come under edit, then click this button. So after clicking it, it will take you to a normal picture, the default editor, where you can just save this picture as. Then you can go to a location, you will know, but don't change the name so that you can use the name as reference. So with this, you can load in this material we've exported now. You can load it in Lumion. So let's go to Lumion, and so you can now, after applying this material, you can now go to this map, and this is the fabric I just exported. So you guys can just export your own, then reload. So nice. So what I used to do is I will just delete the normal map that comes with it. So I would like the normal map I want to create a normal map from the displacement map. So if you click again, you can see it create normal map from displacement map. So I like using displacement map. Yeah, this is perfect. So this is what I want to achieve. I think this is cool. So I can increase the displacement map, I can increase the relief, and to give me what I actually want. So I think this is really nice. So another thing we can do is to make this material very. Then you go to weathering, then you click on plastic, then you can increase the weathering. Normally I won't want you to overuse this effect so that you won't look amateur. It's just like you just want it to be there. You don't really want it to. You want it to be intentional, yes. So you don't want it to be much. Yeah, you just want it to be a bit there. Yeah. So you guys should not forget to like, share this video, and turn up your notification. So let's briefly go to this rug material. If you want to edit this rug material, I think I use the same fabric setting. So but let me just take it to the default rug. You can see how flat this rug is without the setting. So I think you guys should just take your time. This rug is a bit tricky to edit, so you guys should just wait and see how we edit this. I hope you guys have subscribed. If you have not subscribed, you're not doing the right thing right now. Please subscribe and like. You can drop a comment under, please. So I'm using the same process, so you can go back to your SketchUp and pick that rug and export it. So from here now you can save into a location you can easily locate on your PC. So it's the same method. So coming back to my Lumion, yeah. So this is the default rug material. You see how flat it is looking. So let's go to our editing mode. So I'm still going to use the fabric. Now I'm still using this same rug, this same fabric. So yeah, so repeat the same method. Then I import my rug picture. Yeah, so this is what you get. But this is different between editing this rug and that fabric. So if you reduce this scale, you may want to reduce the scale, but this will not give you, this will not really look nice if you're adding displacement. So say how, so you see how rough this displacement is looking. It's not really looking, displacement is supposed to give you some depth, but because I reduced the scale of the map, I'm not really seeing the depth I want. So the best way to solve this problem is, although it's a bit yeah, you have to increase the map. It's a bit stressful, but I think that's the right thing to do. So you have to increase the map a bit, then you change the position. So yeah, think this is okay. I'll change this Z axis. So you can hold on shift button to make it a bit accurate. Let me increase the scale a bit. I'm holding my sheet, so you see this similar. With this now, if you now increase your displacement, you can actually see that you can see the depth of your rug. You can see the displacement of your rug. Yeah, you see, but you don't want the display to be too much because it will make your model photorealistic. You just want to add it a bit so that it's there, so that your rug is not really looking flat. So another thing I'd like to do is I will make this a bit darker. Yeah, I think it's okay this way. Yeah, I think this is perfect. So you can go to weathering again and increase. This time around I will put it under this rock, then I'll just add some effect. This is optional, but it's not compulsory. So I think we have added some displacement to this rug, and this rug is looking quite all right. But if you have a link to download a normal rug that we have is displacement map and is normal map. If you have access to that kind of material, you can just follow the same way I import it. So actually, I don't like using this for material. This for material, I don't really like using it. But there are some application you really need it. But for this tutorial, I don't think I want it. So this is another way of using this. So for this one, I don't really like it because the fall is too much. I don't really want the fall to be too much. This is actually cool depending on the kind of effect you want to achieve, but for this tutorial sake I am using this. I'm not using this rug pattern. So let me just click escape so that will take us to the previous one we did. Yeah, I think I prefer this. Well, I know that most guys don't want their rug to be that one that has foil. So with this process, you can edit your rug, you can add some bumps to it, you can add some displacement map to it. Even your fabric too, you can add displacement map to it. You can add bump map to your fabric. So to achieve a good interior, you will need proper lighting. Although I've set up my light in this scene, but nevertheless, let me just take you to briefly how I do edit my light, because of I don't just like I want people to understand the procedure of making this video. So to achieve a good interior, you will need good light so that you can have proper light reflecting on your material. So you can see I've added the light already. So let me just show you the parameters I use for this light, for the light in this scene. So for my spotlight, I ensure for my spotlight, I make the brightness 18. So I don't really like too much. I don't want the intensity of the light to be much, because if you increase the brightness, You can see it's looking funny on that floor here. So I try as much as possible to reduce the intensity of the bulb you are using, so that it's not really harsh on your object. That's the what's it called? That's the mistake most amateur make. You can add as much as light you want, but make sure that the brightness is not too much. So something about cone light I want to tell you again. Some amateur, if they want to do their interior, they don't use cone light. They just use fill light, or yeah, let me just or omni light. That's what most people do. If you use fill light or omni light, you can see that you have less parameters, and this light will not give you nice shadow. I think this light is just to make your environment bright, just like making your material immersive. But if you're using a cone light, any of the cone light, as in any of the spotlights, once you drop it, you can see the parameter changes. You have shadow, you can even make your shadow high, you can edit it here. But for the other omni light or fill light, the parameter is low. But look at this, you can even increase the cone of this, you can increase the cone angle, you can make the shadow effect high, medium, sharp, depending on what you want. But even I think this cone light, you should try as much as possible to use cone light, but you can mix it with omni light, so that, because you still want the omni light to bring a balance to your scene. So I mix the cone light and omni light. So I just want to take you through this one quickly, so that you guys will understand how I generate my light. So for my floor material and other material, I won't be showing it in this tutorial. The preset I use for this rendering, I will drop it on the description of this video. So I will also say you guys should try and like and subscribe to this channel if you have not done that. And apart from that, I would like to encourage people that wants to be part of the Dami 3D team. So if you want a premium service on this tutorial, you want my Lumion file, you want like 1 hour, most of the tutorial, it takes me like 2 hours to set up this scene. If you want the full tutorial of how I edit my material, step-by-step tutorial on how I edit all my material, and even if you want a link to the model I'm using, so that as I'm editing it, you're following me step by step. I think you guys, if you need that kind of service, you will need to subscribe to my premium, and I'm trying to make it quite affordable for everybody. So if you want to subscribe to my premium tutorial class, so it's just $20 per tutorial. So per tutorial is just $20. So you just tell me the tutorial you want. You want the material, you want the Lumion file, you want the SketchUp file, and you want like 2 hours tutorial, full tutorial. This time around, not just 15 minutes. You want full tutorial, and you want proper mentorship. So I would advise you guys to just send me a message on my comment section if you want to be part of this premium service. So not to waste your time, let me continue with the preset. So let me just take you guys through the preset I'm using. Clip near is not really important, so let me go to real sky. Let me show you the kind of sky I use. Choose under evening, and yes, I use this evening 5 because I want the window at the back to be a bit darker. I want like evening setting. I don't really want to use the natural light. So this is the parameter I use. You can see the evening feel from that scene. So let's go to sharpen. So you can increase the sharpen a bit. You don't want it to be too much. So on the exposure, I use 0.5 for my exposure, depending on how you want your scene to be exposed, depending on the number of lights you have on your scene. So that will determine how exposed you want it to be. So because my lights, I have quite a number of lights here, so you can see. So as you can see, that's why my exposure is not really too much. So you can increase it, decrease it, depending on how you want your scene, depending on how you want your scene to be. So under color correction, so the temperature I'm using is 0. This into 0.2, 0.5 for the brightening, contrast 0.5. And you can see all the parameters I've been using. Yeah. So if you're using a lower version, you can easily input all this, then you achieve similar result, if not the same result. So my reflection, you just add some reflection plane you want. So this reflection plane depends on where you want any reflective material you have, you add reflection plane to it. So my hyperlight is 25%. So skylight 1.0, and make sure that is on high, then you turn on those parameters. So shadow, that's 433 meters. So this coloring is a bit 0. Yeah, just follow this parameter. I just want to show you guys so that I think it will be useful for you guys. You can actually walk around this, and I think that's all. That's the setting I'm using for this rendering. But make sure you get your lighting sorted out. So let's try and render. Print. So I want to appreciate you guys. If you actually watch the tutorial to this point, I want to thank you, and I appreciate you guys. And I'm here to make sure you guys can render 3D Max standard on Lumion. It's quite possible. Thank you so much. I think this is the final result. And if you really like this, you can drop, if you have any question, any suggestion, you can drop it on the comment section, then I will surely attend to it. So don't forget to join my premium class too if you want premium service, if you want my model, my Lumion file, a full tutorial of step-by-step way of achieving this, so that as I'm doing it, you're doing it, then you have to subscribe to my premium service. which is just $20 per video. So you tell me the video you want, then I send you a link to access the material that will help you in this journey. So my name is Dami, and thank you for watching this video.